veneers. Oh, you already started it?
Oh yeah, fuck it. We'll get all this background shit in. I'm still setting up.
Right
No
on.
more handicapped TikTok chicks, man. Don't be doing that to me while I'm at work, man. That fucks my whole shit up.
Oh, the one with the crushlet.
Yeah, man. I was like, I wasn't ready, man. I wasn't in that mindset. I just wasn't ready.
Hey,
I was
you
like,
wouldn't
come
hit
on,
that
man.
shit.
That's what made me
No,
pause, man.
no, big dog.
That's what made me pause. I was like, well, damn, is she just stayed still? She just laid on
Oh,
that side, you know.
hell.
But yeah, she
I
got to
can't
walking,
do it,
and
man.
that's when it, looked like she been pop locking for life. But that's all. It is what it is.
Right.
So what we on tonight, fellas?
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
There we go.
Switch over mics. Yeah. All right. We're good to go now.
All right.
Yeah. What you guys on tonight?
Ready? Okay.
I will. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Please do about this time. Take on Eddie P. the fucking hard way. As we do, each man responsible for whatever out of his mouth. That's it. Or the quartermaster's mouth. Do not represent the views and opinions of Mr. Eddie Westside. 2020. Mr. P. And after the lights go out, Mr. Turn off the lights. And God damn it, you know him and love him. The lady of the house is high. How you motherfucking man, Mr. Eddie motherfucking Coppola. Goddamn it. Let's get it. Three the hard way. Let's fight this motherfucking evil.
Every time, man, I was waiting for another. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. That
Yes,
had
sir.
me
Yes, sir.
going, man.
Let's get it. What's cracking?
Shit. What's happening with y'all, man?
Hey, man. Top of the
Hey.
week, you know. Same old shit. Same old crazy going on in is that shit you just sent me with dude over here robbing that San Fran again, bro. He's 6 foot, right? And 6'3" with the fro. And he's on a bike.
In
Nobody
a
saw him.
Walgreens.
Yeah, nobody saw him come in.
Nobody thought to kick this nigga. Like,
None of that looks suspicious at all. Brother on a bike, a mountain bike,
but
in
listen,
the aisle.
motherfuckers bring bikes in everywhere down here.
Okay.
Like, came to the hospital and was about his bike in there, and I think he saw, decided to take it around. This place is very fucking different. I was coming home, dropping my son off at football practice, and there was a broad praying on her knees to some dude standing up, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know if she was praying to him, but this shit, you see something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was just a little odd. And they just standing there, and then while the dude about to go by, the dude tried to snatch.
Hey, you see his patch?
Yeah, his security.
That motherfucker said TSA.
Oh, wow. I just saw security. I thought it was. Badge. Oh, my God.
TSA, motherfucker.
That is too funny.
Even worse. He's government trained.
Right.
That one hand.
Right. That's
TSA ain't shit, boy.
No, I all saw security and the little white lady saying, somebody called 911. I mean, he stuffed a grocery bag.
The shit made me think about what was that, Atlanta, when he was like, oh yeah, they have a no confrontation policy.
Yes.
Shit. Hey,
can I have these shoes in a size 10?
Yeah, that was it.
Listen,
That was it. But dude cleaned out a cabinet.
Yeah.
He cleaned out a whole damn cabinet. I'm just sitting there like, where's this going? And then he bicycled out.
Like,
all you had to do is push him over.
you do.
Like, what the
All
hell?
you had to do is
What,
push him over.
what was he taking? Cosmetics or like
Dude.
shaving equipment or something? Those
It's
are
one
only
of those
things
locked
locked
cabinets,
up.
man. It might have been cold medicine or something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was in one of the aisles, man.
I don't know, man. Maybe some dark and lovely. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Motherfucker ran in and grabbed all the magic shave.
Ooh.
He got a gang of travel degree. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I
Travel
hate that
deodorants
shit.
and shit.
That is kind of. I am kind of. My interest is piqued on what the hell did he steal in that abundance? He filled that bag up. He's like he didn't want to go nowhere else but to that section of that whole fucking store.
That was the travel section. All the shit they won't let you take on the airplane, he was buying. Like full size mouthwash.
That was crazy, man. That
They
was
gonna
some
charge
crazy
this
shit you
motherfucker as
see,
being a
man.
terrorist. Watch.
Wow.
Everything that he grabbed was over 3 ounces of liquid.
Man, look. Right. And he went in
man.
with it.
I'm just glad nobody got hurt. You know what I mean? Those situations turn real funky real quick. And,
That part.
you know, I saw something earlier about that dude in Iowa. Speaking of getting screwed, he's got 10 years for spitting in that dude's face.
What?
You know about that situation? He went into a store, so he went somewhere, and the guy asked him to pull his mask up, and the dude waited, or whatever. I guess it was underneath his nose, and the dude was like, "Can you please pull your mask up?" And he didn't do it, or he did it, but he was feeling some type of way, and he went on ahead and followed dude outside, whooped his ass, pulled his mask down, and spit in his face. I guess it might have happened like early last year because he just got sentenced. They gave him a dime. 10 years for this shit, man.
So the motherfucker who asked dude to pull the mask up, whoop dude ass?
No, he got his ass beat. And
Every
the dude
day I'm
spit in his
telling
face
my
and
brother.
was like, if I got it, you got it. 2
Jesus.
Hey man,
in fucking Iowa.
black dude.
White on white.
Hey man, the laws of the land have prevailed. This country has one of the greatest judicial systems ever. Look,
10 years, man. You got to sit down, man, for a dime.
right, for a loogie.
You didn't already beat the dude's ass.
Right, but
Okay,
then
that's assault or whatever. Now you over here, I guess, assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, they be doing that shit. That's like the broad on the plane though. Now the one witness said that it was the flight attendants. The flight attendant, it was both their faults. She said that the flight attendant didn't help the situation because the lady asked her to back up. She was trying to do something with her kid, and she was like, "Oh, put your mask up." And she was like, "All right, 1 second, I'm trying to woo woo." And she just kept getting over it. She was like, "Back up, back up, back up," and she yacked her ass in the fucking jaw.
Mm.
And you know, now she can't fly no more. I think they hit her heavy. Bitch can't fly no more. She got fined. All that
She
shit.
can't fly ever. Well, she just
I
got
don't
banned
think
from the
so.
sky.
I think so.
That's some new shit.
I don't think it was just the airline. You think about it though, man. She hit a motherfucking flight attendant.
Mm.
Now some of them,
Yeah.
some of them do be expletives and shit, but at the same time, you know, because the sky marshal was right, he was sitting right next to her. The chick didn't know. It was a black dude. That motherfucker got him. Stop! Hey! Right after she socked this bitch, I'm like, you saw the confrontation, my dude. Why didn't you break it up? Like,
right.
But you know, he's probably like, man, these two
He
white
like, well,
women. I'm
I don't-
staying the fuck out of
He's
this.
like, I don't see no guns. I don't see
Right.
no shanks. I'm good.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna enjoy my flight. You know.
These two white bitches. I'm leaving it alone. Won't say I touched one of them. But you know what? Going back to what you were talking about as far as homie, you know, riding a bike and you know, it was good that everybody was safe and nobody got harmed.
Yeah.
In contrast, these motherfuckers was out here. The thing to do out here, they like to go to the Apple stores and just run through the aisles.
Jeez.
Customers and all, they'll run. These motherfuckers will sprint through the aisles and yank every fucking thing they can. They tell the guards, back the fuck up.
Yeah.
A lot of shit here is observe and report. Now.
Yeah.
In my gig, these motherfuckers think they SWAT. They like, hey, this
Top
motherfucker.
flight.
There
Yeah.
you go. This motherfucker
man.
told me flat out, hey man, I don't give a fuck what else you fuck up. But if we call you over the radio, let's go. And hey man. But so these guys, it was two of them. I think they were trying to go in there, man. The security guard didn't even have shit on him. He was unarmed. And these motherfuckers shot him. Two.
Was that the boy and the girl or whatever, the little teenagers or whatever? They lit the security. Yeah, they lit the security guard up, shot him in the stomach.
Yep, that's that story. That's that exact story.
Damn.
Yep. And didn't even have to. He wasn't going to try and stop him.
Damn.
So, these situations, man, can take a turn. And like you said, man, I'm glad everybody came out safe because these motherfuckers be wild in here.
Going through the Apple store and, trying to house shit.
Fucking flash mob robbery.
Yeah. That's
a big thing here.
Right, man. But but most all Apple products can be traced.
That's that part. That's that other thing though.
Oh, but you can break them shits down like cars. You could have a chop shop full of Apple hardware.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Here's the other shit. The other shit I was told to down in the South, man. One of my cats was a hustler. He said, man, we don't give a fuck if the shit, you know how the display shit sometimes don't be working. They was like, we don't give a fuck about that. All we need is the boxes. We'll put that shit in the box, rewrap the plastic. We'll show them maybe one or two that's working just in case they want to check another.
Nice.
They're going to get that dummy display joint.
Yeah.
We telling them, hey, look, man, it's $300-$400 items. Give me $250. Motherfucker come out clean with $250. And the motherfucker got me like that. Hey, man, I got you. Look, man, not with one of them. It was a camera. It was a camera. Yeah, he was like, hey, man, I got these cameras and shit. That motherfucker sold me a $50 paperweight.
Hey man, you gotta know who you're getting it from, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta know, don't there's a lot of people that we know and know where to find if it ain't on the up and up. There'll be, some cat, some Jeff from the left. I'm running up on you while you pumping gas. Some dude trying to ask me that I want to, you like high-end cologne? Like, yeah, but not at a gas station. Kick rocks, man. Get going.
Right.
Him and his old lady trying to sell cologne at the gas station, man. I'm like, man, first you ain't got no mask on.
Right.
And second, man, get back, man. Get away from me, man. You see what I'm doing? I'm gonna swipe my card with you.
Yeah.
Who's walking around with cash?
Right. And see, the other shit is these motherfuckers be on they sell the DVDs. Motherfuckers show you 10. Yeah. So like down, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I get hustling, but you'll never see that motherfucker in that area again. And I was like, I was like, man, let me see this nigga again. I'm telling everybody, man, get the fuck away from him.
As I said, man, you gotta, it's those, those boosters that you do know, the dudes used to come into the barbershops.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know where to find them. And they have all the good shit.
The good,
you also got to know what you're buying. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, let me go check this out. I remember, buying car radios and shit like that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, hey man, let me take this out to my car and see if it fire up. You take that power, run it through your battery, see if it fire up. Some cats that go out there and sell you a deck that don't even light up.
Right.
Yeah, just slick shit like that. But hell, half the dudes I ran with was those boosters. So
there you go.
I ain't had to go far. To find if it was just a phone call away back home. So
there
that's
you
what
go.
it was. But yeah, Yeah, man, I'm not doing that shit. I think I done got away with so much shit or whatever on that level that yeah, I don't want to tempt fate by buying some shit and that my motherfucking ear fall off.
Right.
I done
Right.
rubbed some of this damn bootleg cologne on me, and I done infected everybody in the house. You know.
They
The
got a lot of
only
bootleg cologne on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of bootleg shit on Amazon.
Let's be
word.
specific.
Dead
It's like,
serious, man. Yeah, cologne, shoes, all kind of shit, man.
I
They
didn't
don't
know
give
they
a
was
fuck.
allowed to do knockoffs and all that shit on Amazon. See, I'm not looking for it, so I don't know. You know what I mean? I
Jeff
didn't know they
Bezos.
had all that shit.
Jeff, like this
Bezos,
shit gonna sell.
the biggest corner nigga you ever met.
Who, Jeff?
Yeah. That motherfucking, yeah,
You
he
talking about
just a nigga on
Jeff?
the corner.
Man, I'm telling you, Jeff Bezos is. I think this motherfucker is the one that sits above the high table, man. To be honest with you, that motherfucker is just everywhere. Like that motherfucker, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. When it comes to that, the motherfuckers, the other shit too. I never used to support these cats till I started doing comedy, man. Motherfucker come up on you, hey man, buy my CD.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, you know what, man? I'm a fellow artist, man. Here go a couple dollars. Out of all the bullshit, you'd be surprised how much good music is actually out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And them usually be the motherfuckers. It's like, hey man, let me get a donation. It'd be the motherfuckers that be like, hey man, give me $20. And you be like, oh my God. If you don't get this motherfucking jingle the fuck out of here, this weed jingle, I bought one. And me and my lady, we was headed out to San Francisco. She said, if you don't take that shit the fuck out of my motherfuckers, I was like, all right. So I try to support. But other than that, motherfuckers will run up on you with some bullshit. $200, man. I give you this box of rocks. I'm like, yeah.
Like I said, man, you'll see him, and once he hit that lick, he gone.
He
You'll
gone.
never see that. You'll never see that brother again.
Right. Right.
But
Motherfucker be a good salesman too.
Yeah.
Hey man, I got all. I usually charge 10 for these motherfuckers, but I give them to you for $2 a piece.
Yeah.
And 2 pornos for free. You be like, man.
I had an old head that came to the gig, man, and he set up a fucking card table. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting in the lobby, so I was doing security, and I just see all these ladies coming down. They just like a fucking herd. They just all running. I was like, it is lunchtime. All right. And my man who drove the patrol truck was like, hey, get out here. And I was like, what's up, man? He's like, man, this dude is selling purses in the garage. He got a table and everything. And I was like, what? He was like, man, he up front in the handicap, what you call it, man? He's selling purses. And I'm putting it together like, that's why these old ladies out here running. You know what I mean? And I was just like, let me go see what this cat working with. Like, dude, again, like you said, man, he had the slick tongue. He was talking like, look, man,
yeah,
I know you got a woman. You pick one of these out, take one home to your lady, man, and just look the other way. He was like, man, I was like, dude, but you can't be parking in the handicap spot and then setting up your damn card table in another handicap spot, man. That's not gonna fly. I mean, you right up front. He's like, man, what if I just put the table away and I just work out my trunk? Deal. Give me that damn purse.
Hey,
and dude, every week, and it was the fact that the ladies contacted him. They told him he can make more money if he come to them because he was hitting them off over at the restaurants.
And it's the real shit?
Nah, hell nah. Knock off like a mug, man. But these so-called high-end females or whatever, they didn't give a shit. They just thought it was a deal. Who's gonna question them if they make an X amount of money? Who's gonna check to see if the stitching is right and all that? They're just gonna take it on face value. Oh yeah, this is this is Gucci, this is Louis, because I'm rocking it, and that's what it was. I mean, he had a good 2-3 month run. He was tossing me a couple every week he came, every Friday.
I think the funniest shit that I ever heard was my old lady. She said in Italy, she said, these motherfuckers, and it is totally legal. If you go to a Gucci store, she said it's a little African motherfucker standing in the front selling Gucci knockoffs in front of the motherfucking Gucci store.
That's
And it's
gangster.
yeah, gangster the motherfucker, and the owners can't do shit.
Damn.
This motherfucker was set up right in front of the window. I don't think they can obstruct the door, but yeah, that's crazy, man.
Like I said, man, it is what it is. It's a hustle.
There you
Have
go.
you ever seen you guys ever run into it? These motherfuckers sell speakers, and it's a legitimate company, but they apply this fucking hustle to their sales pitch, and it's white kids, right? You show up at a gas station or something, and these white kids are in a van, and they're like, they'll pull you to the side, like, "Hey, man, look, we're supposed to go install these speakers, in this house. We work for a company, and they fucked up and they put too many speakers in the back of our truck, man. Look, we're just trying to make a couple dollars off these extra speakers, man. Look, they're legit. They even had a magazine, and they'll bust it out like, hey, man, look, these are the same speakers in this magazine that, but hey, look, they sell for like $1,200. Give us 300 and you can take some." And this is how they get down, but it's a legitimate business.
And they just act at bottom rate.
Yeah, it's a legitimate business, but they just put this hustle fucking sales pitch on it.
Damn, that's like some boiler room shit.
Yeah,
right.
They put that extra sauce on it to make you like, you know what? Because everybody wants to get that deal. Everybody want to feel hooked up. I don't care, black, white, candy stripe. Everybody wants that damn feeling. Like, shit, I ain't paid full price for this motherfucker.
Get this. On that same shit. Okay, so I get these motherfucking speakers home, right? Because they
so you know I shitted on the bitch.
You know firsthand.
So after I shits on the bitch,
I get these speakers home, right? I'll hook these motherfuckers up, man. They sound great, right? And I remember going on the internet and like researching these speakers, right? I find the name of the speakers that are, labeled on the shit, same ones that are in the magazine. And it's just associated with this hustle on all the chat rooms and shit. So I'm reading, like, this is their fucking sales pitch. And I'm like, man, I got fucking hustled. Now, I didn't pay full price for these speakers, right? I paid like, I don't know. I think it was like couple hundred $100, right? Okay. These speakers were amazing. Like, they sounded fucking great.
For 3 hours.
I felt so decepted. I felt so hustled. I looked the company up and returned them shits.
Seriously, dude, because of the sales pitch, you didn't feel right because of how they got. Oh my God.
I felt so hustled, man.
Your pride was hurt.
Man, see, it's about, getting a good deal. All that other shit went out the window. It was like, man, them motherfuckers got me good.
Damn, you gonna send them back.
Yeah, I kind of wish I kept them speakers, though. They were pretty good. These motherfuckers had a fake magazine. They had a fake magazine. It was fucking dope, man. I'd like give it up to them. I can't remember what bullshit speakers they were. Fucking Clint would know. But yeah.
Like I said, I would, if I think it's a good deal, man, I pretty much roll the dice on it, but I do that, but not with, certain things I won't do, like with food. Remember back home, there was a dude riding around with a deep freezer. Man. Yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about.
Remember that shit?
Remember that dude?
Oh, it was on the south side, man, because my great grandmother lived on Earl.
Yes, sir. Mine on Evergreen. So yeah. That dude, he had that white fucking freezer and was like, I got X, this, that, and the third in this freezer or whatever. And I'm giving, some good deals. And I'm like, man, no, there's certain things. No, I don't know how long, that shit could have been rotten and you just froze it. You know what I mean? And I won't know until I thaw it out.
Hey, man, but back in them days, like you said, if the motherfucker pulled that shit, he couldn't come back. Facts. We saw him all the time.
Facts.
He was through there every fucking day.
You're right.
So
you're right. You had to know that person. Like, oh, we know him. He be here every other week or so. You know what I mean? So he ain't going nowhere. If it's not on the up and up, you damn right on that one.
He had to be on the up and up because motherfuckers would have shot that nigga.
Back home.
Can you imagine getting some bad lobster,
Dude.
back home? Motherfucker, like,
we.
yeah, you know the motherfucker. He probably took food stamps and shit. You know,
Yeah.
motherfucker got all your food stamps.
Yeah.
You got some rotten seafood. Motherfucker, you
Yeah.
catching some bullets next time a nigga see you. It's over.
They taking your life, they taking your vehicle, they taking the rest of your meat, and they gonna store that damn freezer in the basement.
Right.
You know.
Oh,
But yeah, man,
my
I just thought it
God.
was the weirdest shit, man. Dude ride around with a damn freezer in the back of his joint, selling meat.
I bet my great grandmother bought some of that fucking meat.
I'm sure all of our people bought some of that.
the
Damn.
hell
Because
he
again, because
was.
like you said, man, he was like the ice cream man. He was gonna come back.
Mm-hmm.
He was gonna come back. But yeah, I was a little, weary on doing that one. But speakers, tires, radios, all that shit. That was just common. I remember back in the day getting VCRs and the motherfuckers were still warm. You talk about some hot shit. And I'm getting bougie with it. Like, dude, you couldn't get the remote. I gotta go buy a Universal now.
I bought a fleece bed, $100.
You didn't sleep on it, did you?
Motherfucker was coming. Hell, it was all the plastic. Trust me, I checked. It was in all the plastic.
Okay.
It was good. It was good. It was good,
The
man.
last thing you need is a fucking junkie mattress.
I was about to say, but I hope you regifted that or something, man. You take that home.
I flipped that shit upside down. Checked where my shit had springs. I was like, damn. I checked all that shit. I had to buy that $150, man.
About to say, if you hit that bitch with some Febreze, yeah, we wouldn't be family no more.
Yeah,
You see all the
I
bugs.
just Febrezed it, man.
yeah, like you come to the crib, he can't sit down. You
Hey,
stand
black
right
motherfucker, the black motherfucker go to your house and it ain't right. You ain't never sit
there.
down.
They gonna
and
tell
shit.
you, man. They gonna be like, yeah, make
Right.
sure he keep his shoes on. I seen his socks. Yeah,
Hey,
keep
tell
his
you
shoes
something.
on.
And truth be
Let me-
told, you ain't even got to get to a motherfucker's house, man. Just be the kid with ringworm.
Oh,
Yeah,
he can't come in here.
For
Yeah,
years.
he can't come in here.
You be done until you move out of that town
Pretty much.
and go to college.
Pretty much.
Motherfucker
You
got
be
that
there.
tiny patch of skin in the middle of his head.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, y'all better keep his ass out there on the porch.
Hey, put Marvin ass the fuck out there, man. Don't
Yeah.
let him in his house.
Don't you bring that boy in his house.
He ain't nobody playing with that motherfucker.
Yeah.
We had a young girl, man, when I was in elementary school. And I feel fucked up to this day. She was the only white girl in there. This motherfucker had ringworm, and we showed our asses. We was like, ugh, get the fuck away. Like, she was hurt. She was hurt. Like, I don't know how
Gonna
that shit
find
got
your
her.
ass because she know now. Like, oh, so you remember that? That's why I'm in therapy now. Okay,
Mhm.
Right, right. She
know,
probably
but-
rich somewhere.
Yeah, I remember dudes
Yeah.
getting in the hood. The head, on their face,
Man.
in the back, all yeah, man. It was just one of those.
Yeah.
You grew up in the inner city, man, and not everybody had everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Parents was strung out on that shit. They didn't give a damn if their kids ate or if
Right.
if they kept
Right.
themselves up like that. So we didn't really necessarily knock them because we knew their house.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what that was. We didn't make fun of folks for getting it. We just knew the situation.
And think about it, man. A lot of our people had certain afflictions,
yes, sir.
but depending on how much shit they stole, we didn't treat them fucked up. You know
Nah.
what I'm saying? We loved them. Funny story is though, speaking of all that shit, man, talking about motherfuckers not being allowed over. I'm doing a cable installation. This matter of fact, this was my last day of doing cable. I go to this house, nicest fucking neighborhood, one of the nicest neighborhoods I've ever seen in Fort Worth. I knock on the door and I said, damn, this fucking door is dirty as hell. I said, Motherfuckers opened up the door and the smell of piss.
Mm.
I mean, just hit me in the fucking face. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do all the outside work first. So I went, got some Vicks, put that shit under my nose, ran all the wires. Well, I get in the house. I'm like, okay, this motherfucker's filthy. There's shit everywhere. But as I go in the room, I'm like, man, what's this shit all over the floor, man? So I go to pick the cable wire up, and the whole motherfucking floor got up and started walking.
Mm. Mm.
Mr. Coppola, I've never seen so many roaches in my motherfucking life, all through the motherfucking house.
Mm-hmm.
When I went in the other room, I was trying to open the blind. These motherfuckers was falling off the fucking blinds. They was all over the table. They was coming out of the television.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers ran the house.
Yeah.
The kitchen. It was these motherfuckers was there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I say all that to say this. The lady whose house it was on the phone with somebody. And she said, oh my God, they do them kids wrong. They believe that after they went over here, they took them kids' clothes. Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
And I was one of them things where I was at. I would look around the corner. She didn't see me. This motherfucking house was saturated. They had to put that motherfucker or tear that motherfucker. It was so many, man.
Yeah.
It's so, yeah.
It's those we all grew up with a family who was like that, and your mom pulled you to the side and was just like, don't have them motherfuckers in my house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Can I spend the night? No.
Yeah,
no.
Exactly. Don't you
No.
invite them
Shake
to
your clothes
your party. You know,
Leave your bags outside for the night.
Hey, we all
Those roaches will crawl out.
Yeah.
We all been there.
Yeah.
Their parents is like, mom, put that motherfucker in the house, you ain't get. I mean, damn, man.
I mean, that's just what it was, man. I mean, like I said, I grew up mainly in apartments, and you know, if the first floor got roaches, the second and the third got them. So you gotta keep your shit tight, you know, constantly. Like, my mom was always telling me, like, hey, they may come through, but they'll just be visiting. They ain't
there
staying,
you go.
You know. But
I had some cousins that lived in the Kimmelbrooks, and I just remember going in the bathroom and cutting the light on it. Them motherfuckers was scattered. They was down the sink, all kind of shit. I said, oh no, goddamn.
Yeah. I mean, you see them, man, you just get that feeling that they own you. You know what I mean? Because they're so damn fast, man. It's like, man, where the fuck are they going? You know what I mean?
They have an egg hanging out their ass, all kind of shit.
Man, God, I ain't been that close up on one in a long time, and
I'll never forget it.
That's nasty.
Listen, let me tell you something. The worst part,
you caught one giving birth.
Man, look, let me tell you something.
Damn.
I didn't know what that shit was. You know to get out of a motherfucker's house when you see an egg just in the kitchen.
Oh man,
you might look. Let me say this: it's worse than seeing the roach. Because if you see an egg, you like, oh shit, it's a bitch around this bitch that's fertile.
God,
I'm telling you,
damn. Yeah.
When you see that egg hang out that ass, it's time to go. Some different. Some motherfuckers got roaches, little babies. Eat that egg, that bitch ass. Oh man,
was crazy, man. You always had that homie who had that house like that, and they were quick to offer you, like, man, can I make you a sandwich? No.
No.
The most motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Offer you everything. And I was, man, you want something to drink? No.
There's still milk rings at the bottom of your glasses, motherfucker. And trying to offer me some goddamn water
all the time. You want to come over and play Atari? No.
This white shit floating in my water.
It's a perfect circle.
Right.
Yeah, man. Y'all been there. Y'all been there. Always.
Like you could, I know y'all brothers didn't do it. I used to. You couldn't eat every motherfucker chitlins, man.
What? Hey, nigga, you shouldn't eat chitlins at all.
I don't. I used to eat them. Listen.
Hey man, this is tradition. Damn it,
Tradition.
Fuck that.
It's tradition.
That.
I know it's stank. I know where it came from.
Hey,
you know, it's tradition, man. There's certain things in our culture.
I know it's stank.
What's up,
I know it's stank.
Hey, look. Get a piece of human shit on your silverware. Will you ever use it again?
See? No,
listen,
man. No, I
exactly,
see where you're going.
Man. But you gonna sit here and you can't wash the smell of shit out of tissue.
It was stuffed organs.
Like
damn it.
You can't wash it out of a fork.
Man.
You can't wash shit out of a fork. You can't wash that shit out of metal. You can't wash it out of tissue.
I've said you can't eat anybody's. You know, you got to have somebody who know what the funk they doing.
You
know what I mean? And you don't. You know,
you got to pull out the membrane. You ain't add enough onion. Fuck that. There is no way in hell.
Listen, listen. I ain't ate them motherfuckers since I was a teenager. What I'm saying is, when we 7 and 8, we don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I mean, but you ate it into your teens, nigga. Knew you was eating pig ass.
Okay, motherfucker. I wasn't hip to Farrakhan, motherfucker. What I'm saying is,
olfactory senses.
At a certain age, when you walking in grandma's kitchen and you wondering if she farting, you know what I'm saying? No, she was cleaning chitlins.
Now you know what it was. It was that damn red bucket defrosting.
You know what it was. Till I seen the red bucket with the white top on it.
Yeah, you knew what it was.
You know what I'm saying?
Chitlins and hog mogs.
I just didn't know. Malls, malls. Hog maws, chitlins. But, you know, as I hog head cheese, we called it sauce meat.
Yeah.
Sauce meat and crackers like a motherfucker.
That shit, that just don't feel shit. Right. Yeah.
That jelly shit.
Yeah. That pickled
Spice. Got that shit that looks like brains. Just no, they got a huge hunk of brain in that.
Yeah, it's part of that, bro. It's all the pig, bro.
Yeah, no. There's reasons not to eat entrails, man.
Man, look, me and my moms used to go to the corner store, get us a pound of motherfucking spicy sauce meat and eat that shit with some crackers. Me and my grandfather would
from the corner store.
From the corner store, he would give
you got sauce meat from the fucking corner store.
On McCartney Road, right across from where that car wash was. When the Arabs used to have that joint, we would go over there.
From there?
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, we would. Listen, I was a kid, man. I would go get some. Look, we would go get some JoJo fries and some sauce meat
across from the drive-through, right?
Across from the drive-through, motherfucker.
They had some good JoJo's.
Listen. Let me just say this. Mom's put an end to that shit because she said that the baby was downstairs naked, sitting on the peanuts. Remember when they had the peanut bin?
Oh man!
And it was full of peanuts
because they lived upstairs. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that till later on.
Yeah, most of them they live in their establishment.
My mom said, "Yo, man, this motherfucking baby downstairs naked, sitting on the peanuts. Yep. We ain't getting shit from here no more."
Wait a minute, hold on. Were they shelled peanuts?
It don't matter.
No, they weren't shelled. They had the shell on them.
What's the big? You about to eat chitlins and sauce meat? Like,
listen,
can shell a peanut.
Motherfucker, this was back in the day, son, the 80s. Shut the fuck up.
We ain't know salmonella didn't exist then.
You hold my feet to the fucking fire, man. You hold my feet to the fire once I found out what that shit was, I said, oh no. Oh, and my mother was like, you don't want no children? Nah, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Y'all should have at the time. No.
Y'all should have passed it down. Shut up, man. No, I wasn't. I wasn't no fucking 18. This is a tradition that should have never been passed the fuck down.
Hey man, I know, like they said, that we had they gave us the scraps and we had to turn it into, something wonderful. But I think we made it.
We did, and
I think we have alternatives now. So
let me say this:
it's been a while, but it's one of those things to me. Like when the holidays hit and I smell chitlins, whatever, it's a little nostalgic or whatever, because it reminds me of, like you said, your family in the kitchen doing their thing or whatever, and they came down. But Yeah, man. I know when you know better, you do better. So
And
yeah, man,
that's the thing.
I haven't partaken in the
Right.
red bucket in a while.
Right.
So
And I'm gonna
fuck
say
it.
this. Look, I'm gonna
Fuck
say
the
I'm
smallest chitlins.
gonna say two things. I'm gonna say two things. I'm not gonna completely fucking dog them because it was a time when some of our people, that's all they could afford for the holidays. So I'm not gonna completely dog them. Second of all, the motherfuckers is gonna go the way of the dinosaurs because today's average woman can't cook to save her motherfucking life. So you know they ain't gonna be able to clean them motherfucking chitlins.
You damn right.
You know
You
that 'cause
damn
grandma,
right. They don't have the staying power.
Right.
They couldn't go through a bucket. And you know
grandma
half
would
the
be
time,
in there for hours. And these
Hours.
motherfuckers got nails and shit, all them
Yeah.
acrylics.
yeah.
They ain't for grandma.
Yeah, they're not built
Grandma
like
would
that.
be at the motherfucking kitchen
Kitchen
sink
sink,
for hours.
drowning them damn things.
Right,
Yeah,
Like,
pulling
you
the
know,
rocks out of crevices.
right.
all the way through. Not
Right.
maybe not even one bucket, a couple of buckets.
A couple
Easy.
of buckets.
Easy. Depending on who's coming through. Easy.
And it was good. I used to love them motherfuckers, but now that I know, knowing
They
it's half
clean
the
them,
battle.
and then after that, here come the greens.
Yep.
Same
With some hot
deal.
sauce.
The
Some hot
same deal.
sauce.
Cleaning them damn greens. The same deal. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Like you said, the smell of chitlins make you think about the holidays
Mhm.
and loved ones, this and that. The smell of chitlins makes me think of my grandmother, and not for the same reasons. Okay. So
Which grandma? You know which grandma?
Risa. Yeah. Now,
Risa that pulled the membrane all the way
this is
out.
the only, you know how gangster Risa was.
Yes,
Gangster.
sir.
This is the only time I ever wanted to lay hands on this woman.
Okay.
Risa would beat your motherfucking ass.
She would have. She
Easy.
would have. She would have got done whipping my ass. She would have called 6 motherfuckers and they would have whipped my ass too.
Just
Right.
just like
But-
Della Reese. Yes.
Right.
Go for it.
you know how Risa was, and we go back and forth, talking shit to each other.
Facts.
And she was leaning over the sink, cleaning chitlins. It was right before a holiday. And I'm giving my grandma shit about something. And she reached up and touched my nose like that. Bro,
he ain't been right
bro,
since. He ain't
like-
been right since.
Bro, the first thing was running through my mind like, beat this motherfucker's ass. But then, as soon as you thought that, you like, you can't do that. Like, this your grandma, man. Get that thought out your mind. Because if you knew you was thinking it, she'd kick your ass.
Pretty much.
Wait.
Man, what nothing I could do about it, man. I couldn't even say nothing, man, like stern to her. Like, until
Nothing.
next time.
Nothing.
I had to turn around and get out the house, man.
Wow.
I was a grown ass man. I was like 28.
What was your face like? Yo?
Man, I had to be like,
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Because you smelled it. It was on the tip
Man,
of your nose. You smelled
I
it.
It's the fact that he
smell
know
it
what
to
she
this
cleaning.
day.
Right.
I smell
And- right.
pig shit. Like,
And-
when I
yeah.
think of that story, I smell the shit that she touched. Man, nothing you could do about it.
Oh,
Absolutely.
my
Like,
God.
I
She
feel
put a roof on
guilty
your
thinking
ass,
about
man.
that. Like,
Oh,
hey, man, I
boy.
should do something.
Our boy got touched.
I forgot who she
That's
was for a hot second. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
man, that happened because you know damn well that was, I guess that was pretty much part of your journey, because now look at you can't go nowhere near any of that shit.
Right,
You
she
know?
saved your life.
Yeah,
She saved your life.
she made sure you don't fuck with that no more.
Right.
Made sure.
Right.
Watch this. Oh, she
Ugh.
just fucking ET'd me. Oh, she just fucking ET'd me. Oh my God, that is funny as hell. Because I can see Tank just sitting there like fucking around, shooting his shot, and then she just shut all that down with a touch.
Right.
Man.
That's some old school woman shit.
Yeah, she was a master, bro. She
Like,
was
come
a
here, man, I gotta
master.
tell you something.
Only a woman who could come out of her bra with a straight razor does that kind of shit, man. That's it.
Old school. What I say,
Old
Della Reese,
school.
baby.
Yeah.
Like, nah, motherfucker, we got to fight. You want to talk shit? We got to fight. Like, I ain't got nothing twisted. Nah, you say what you said.
Right on.
And that's what it was, man. That is too fucking funny, man. I'm sorry, Tank. I get it now. I'll make
Right.
sure nobody have children's in the vicinity come holidays. Like, nah, we ain't doing that no more, man. We moved on, people. We ain't
There
got to
you
eat
go.
that shit. We got options now.
There you go. So,
Yeah,
Mr.
man.
So, Mr.
Go ahead, man.
Coppola.
What's happening?
Let's get with the let me switch it up a little bit.
What's up?
We got 3 fights coming up.
Talk to me.
Ooh, yeah.
We got Charlo versus Montiel.
Okay.
That's coming June 19th. On the 26th, we got
Oh,
Tank
shit,
Davis
That's
versus
this
Barrios.
weekend.
What's that?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
it's this
Saturday.
weekend. Then Charlo. Oh, no, I mean, then Tank.
Tank Davis
Yeah.
and Barrios.
Okay.
And now Fury Wilder, July 24th.
July.
What you thinking?
Ooh, I can't wait to hear fucking Wilder's excuses.
I hope he don't say nothing. I hope he fuck everybody up and don't come with that rah-rah and
Right.
just leave it in the ring. I hope he don't say a fucking thing, and I hope everybody be like, man, what's wrong with him? Why he tripping? And I
Right.
hope he let his gloves do the talking.
There you
Because
go.
he got, it's redemption time for
Right.
what he did. Because he fucked himself on that last one.
Big time.
When your outfit beat your ass, you fucked up.
It wasn't his outfit, man. He got outboxed. Look, Fury
Okay,
showed.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You are. I'm sorry, Tank. You are
I
absolutely.
think he's addressing
right.
the excuse. I
Yeah.
think he's addressing the excuses that were used.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, I thought the same exact thing that Mr. Coppola said. First of all, you are absolutely right. He got outboxed, even though I do believe them gloves was fucked with. But at the same time, he got outboxed.
Yeah.
But he needs to just come the fuck out in the wife beater. Because this motherfucker said that the fucking costume
weighed
40 to 60 pounds and weighed his legs
Easy.
down. My dude, when you put it on and you started walking, you should have took the shit off. But I just hope I hope he take this serious. I think that he relied on that hand that one punch man shit so much that he disrespected Tyson Fury's skills. I think he relied on the fact that Mr. Fury got his own personal demons as far as some substance abuse problems and things like that.
Right.
And he underestimated the fact that this motherfucker was a boxer first. And once he stepped in that ring, he left all the shit on the outside. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was just basic fundamental. He showed up to a boxing match as a boxer.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And same thing happened to Mr. Mike Tyson or whatever. He got so cocky with that one hitter quitter that he stopped training. You know what I mean? He forgot the fundamentals. Like, dude, you're in the boxing ring. You might have to box here and there. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be a first round, a second round. You know what I mean? You may have to go into deep waters. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. And I give it up to Tank for, pretty much correcting me and saying it wasn't a damn outfit. He got outboxed because I remember watching Tyson Fury pick his ass apart. I mean,
it was
not
bad.
too many dudes that's damn near 7 foot tall could put together a 3-piece and a biscuit.
Yeah.
Constantly. I mean, he was tagging them like, oh my God. I mean, it was like his corner man was like, hit him with the 2-3-6. You know what I mean? Like calling out shit, and he was hitting him with it, and dude couldn't even do nothing about it.
Right.
He got stopped because he might have died in that ring. Because how hard Tyson was, putting together these damn combinations. I mean, he broke his ass down systematically, and I haven't seen anything like that in a heavyweight fight in a long time.
Right. Hey, but it happened in the first fight too. Now in their first fight, Tyson Fury coming off all the time away from the ring, substance abuse, all this stuff. He came back and he was still the better boxer in that fight, even though he lost. He was still the better boxer. And I'm not saying Deontay Wilder is not like one of the top best that ever do it, but like it didn't seem like his boxing skills increased between the first fight and the second fight.
Right.
So you knew what you were up against. And then for something that like nobody reigns forever. So, you need to accept loss at some point in time. but you never hear the older champions start blaming it on
The outfit.
bullshit. Yeah.
There you go.
I mean,
outfit.
like,
And
I got you.
like
I
you
got
just
you.
say, hey man, the better boxer showed up today.
Yeah.
there you go.
Or
There you
you're like,
go.
And that's what
but
Mike did when Buster got to him. You know what I mean? No
Yeah.
excuses. It wasn't like, oh, I dropped the ball. Like, stories still coming out. Like him and Bobby Brown was over there in Japan or China somewhere when they had the fight or whatever. And they had like 17 or 11 chicks in the room the night before the fight, kicking
Right.
it. It was like, man, that wasn't no excuse. It was like, man, he knew what time it was. Buster was the better fighter that night. That's all.
And here's the other thing. Irregardless of what I feel was going on with the gloves, I felt like homie should have never mentioned that shit. And he made
Facts.
this crazy ass video, was like, your king will return. I felt like he had an egg weight in his glove because this here on the side of my head is in the shape of an egg weight. I'm like, bro,
Stop.
all that fucked up ass
Stop. The fight's
language.
over. Yeah.
Right, the fight's over. You can, you know what I mean? You don't have to always be on. Wilder's problem is this, and I seen it in an interview. He keeps saying, oh, they say I can't box. They say I can't box. But he said, for me, he said, I just got to be good for one punch. They got to be good for a whole fight. As Teddy Atlas calls it, he got the great eraser. But I'm like, bro, it ain't working for you. And it's not even the Fury fights. He should have learned that. It was the was that Sanchez when he was getting beat up by homeboy, but then he ended up knocking him the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? King Kong.
Yeah.
My thing is, bro, you gotta you better walk in there with something other than that great eraser this time. Because we likely to see a repeat of what happened that last fight, man. It looked like it was just choreographed. He was hitting this motherfucker so perfectly.
Dude.
Well, there's two things. I mean, like, I think he should have made a bigger issue of the way that glove was. There was something off about that motherfucker's gloves in that fight, and it, like, I've never seen that before. Like, there was something off about his gloves. Like, he slowed the video down, and you can see where, like, the glove is bending, like, his fucking hand.
Dude, the only time I've seen that, which was actually proven, was the Cotto Margarita fight.
There you go.
And that motherfucker, they put a cast on.
Yep.
When the fight was over, you saw Miguel Cotto's face, dude.
Yeah. Plaster Paris.
Dude, it was crazy. And they suspended Margarito for that because of him and his trainer for that afterwards. Because, like you said, you saw the glove was deformed. It was like bent all crazy afterwards. No kind of shape, but to this, whatever it was underneath the glove or whatever. It's like they put a damn, once they do the wrap or whatever, they put that paste on it. And it was like a damn cast.
This is what it is. They'll use the wraps, but what they do is they use plaster Paris wraps.
Yeah.
And it's when he starts sweat. So when he sweats, after a while, that shit starts to harden.
And he was hitting, and his face never looked like that. I mean, all this was just swelled over.
Right.
And they were like, something, we got to get into emergency right now. Something's not right. And that's when the refs grabbed dude's glove or whatever, and he squeezed it. And like his hand print was still in the damn glove.
There you go.
It was that bad. You get a chance, check that footage out, and dude got suspended for, I forget how many, for a little bit, but he came back and they fought again, and Miguel Cotto whooped his ass.
That's what I was about to say.
Whooped his ass.
Return
like,
the favor.
Dude, you damn near, you tried to fucking kill me.
Right.
And that's what it is. And you doing fucked up shit like that, man. I mean, come on, man. You could have killed this man.
And Cotto did it with his bare hands.
Yeah,
Dude's face, Margarito face was like this by the time he got done with him.
Yeah, beat the brakes off of him. I love that fucking fight. But
I loved it too.
It's crazy, man, how these cats try to, enhance their gloves and stuff like that, man. It's like, just go in the ring and do what you got to do, man. Just do what you got to do. You ain't got to do no stuff like that, because again, you could kill somebody.
See, a motherfucker ain't gonna tell me that it wasn't nothing wrong with Fury's gloves. When I was watching the fight, I didn't say nothing, but I sat there and I said, something don't look right about the way his shit is moving. And so surely enough, motherfuckers was slowing it down. You can see where it wasn't tied too tight. Then the footage come out where another ref from a previous fight checked his gloves and found shit in there. and he's been caught cheating before. I just feel like with the shit Wilder talk, he already got enough against him. I
Right.
think my man need to
Focus.
get some fundamentals and then catch that motherfucker, put him to sleep. Because motherfucker said, oh, he won the first fight. No, he didn't. You got to beat the champ convincingly. And you're not walking out of that ring with your hands up and you'd have been put on your ass twice. And it said that most people said that count was a little bit longer than what it was supposed to be.
Mhm.
So
I even if it was a little bit longer, that motherfucker was blackout, knocked the fuck out.
there you go.
Like I mean,
There you go.
that
Night,
motherfucker
night.
rose from the dead.
Yeah.
You know, he was gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for somebody to take an ass whooping like that from the hardest puncher
Yeah.
to get into
and
the
back
ring.
up.
Right.
That's the shit that would scare me as a fighter. If I'm this stone cold knockout artist and I hit him with everything. I mean, I sat down on my punch. I brought that shit from Birmingham, all the way. And I hit him clean. And he popped back up. Yeah, I'm kind of like, dude, there's nothing else I got. I hit him with everything I had, and he got up. He took it.
In my opinion, he might be the only person that hits harder than Tyson.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he might be the only boxer that hit harder than
Yeah.
Tyson.
When you see somebody get hit and you feel it at home. Now, mind you, when Mike was doing it, none of us had surround sound or any of that shit, but we felt it through our little, Curtis Mathis, TVs or whatever. And it was just like, oh, he killed him, And like Tank said, man, Wilder is the only person that made me ever feel. Well, I'm sorry, I take that back. Him and Mr. Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
When he hit somebody, it's like the camera flashed over this way and be like, oh shit, we missed it because it was.
And he got
that
it in
flash.
both hands. He got it in both hands.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now, like the first time I saw Deontay Wilder fight was that first Tyson Fury fight.
Okay.
I never watched this dude fight before.
Okay.
Right.
Just the first couple rounds, I thought to myself, this guy is not a boxer.
He's a bruiser. Yeah.
I mean,
he's a
like,
bruiser.
but I'm just saying, like, it didn't seem like he grew up in the gym. Like Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
He's at Custom Models, like one of the best trainers that ever lived. This dude picks up boxing just.
Dude, look at his record. I mean, his record by knockouts or whatever. That's not. You're not known for being a boxer with a knockout record like that. And
that's what I'm saying. He hits harder than Tyson. You make it to the championship of the world just because how fucking hard you hit, not because you can dance. You can slip. Like,
think about it, man. It's like LeBron James put on gloves. You know what I mean? Dude is like 6'6", 6'7", easy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's chiseled. And he's bringing, you know what I mean? He's swinging like that dude in the hood. That's just, that Debo one-hitter quitter. That's his claim to fame. He's like, I ain't known, for being a boxer. I will knock you out, but I'm not going to sit here and box you all night. I'm looking for that one shot.
Right.
And I ain't going to catching these cats. And you know what? I think, Tank, you might be onto something about him hitting harder than Tyson, because I've seen Deontay Wilder punch through people's gloves and knock them out.
Yeah.
You ever see somebody have their shit like this and he split them?
Only George Foreman.
And he split them.
Yeah. I'm going to say this too. Spence got power when you see him beating on these motherfuckers' body.
Yeah.
And Tank
that's
Davis.
Boxing. That's boxing.
That's boxing.
And Tank Davis is a little light-skinned Mike Tyson.
There you go. That last
my
fight.
God. It got ugly quick.
Oh, and he uppercut.
My God.
That motherfucker's life left his. He was up.
It was like Ring King.
Oh, man. And it was like, oh, he did a good job. No, the fuck he didn't. No, he didn't. And I hope he do it again with this Barrios fight.
Dude,
I hope he does it again.
He is nasty.
Yes, sir.
I mean, like, because he could go either way, man. Tank can box. Tank can knock you out. He got the footwork. Hey, man, he's damn near the future of boxing, man. If he could just
Right.
Stay focused and stop fucking with the, with the fuckery outside of the ring. He'll be fine.
And I'm hoping it's coming because his access. I just watched the first one. I don't know if they're gonna have any more, but
Yeah.
I just watched it, and that's what they kept saying. They like, this dude is quite possible. I don't want to see this motherfucker go the way of Adrian Broner, another
Please.
person.
And that's his big homie. You know what I mean? That's his big
Right.
homie. That's his camp. And it's like, please, dude, AB go that way, you go that way. You know what I
Right.
mean? Come training camp, man. Just keep your head in the game. Enough with the fuckery, man. You making too much money now, and you got all the talent.
There you go.
Please stay focused, man. You got a bright future. Just keep maintaining, man. Just do your thing in that ring. Cause
So he could be that dude.
yeah, I'm glad you watched that last fight. Ted. You get a chance, please look up his last fight and watch this young man's his
Die.
work.
This motherfucker died for 30 seconds. Cuddy, Mr. Coppola, man, he hit. It was perfectly. It was the time. It was so beautiful.
It was lovely.
Let me tell you something. He picked up on his catch timing, the way this dude was throwing it, and when Money threw it, he just sidestepped it. Motherfucker said, and died. I said, "Oh my God, they got to perform a resurrection."
Yeah,
this motherfucker died, man.
Yeah,
like
so
he ain't get no
forward to this
pussy
fight.
after that fight. I'm telling you.
I'm looking forward to that fight. No,
He went
man,
home with a meal.
No, he went home with his money, but he was under supervision.
There you go.
You know, they
On
made
the
sure,
couch.
like, make sure he don't go to sleep.
Right.
You know, They
Got
keep shaking his ass. Don't let him go to sleep for at least 24 hours.
Got some Tejano music on and let that motherfucker just dance, man. Because he, oh my God, that motherfucker, he was pretty much motherfucking Hershey's Kiss in a motherfucker's hand on 102 degree day weather, man. He just melted.
What'd you think of this Pacquiao Earl?
When is that?
Shit. That up. It's on the books.
Look, I'm gonna say this, man. The Arrow is my guy.
Mm-hmm.
But this motherfucker Pacquiao ain't lost a step.
No.
He ain't lost a step. I go to get into the ring and I fight him and make him look bad.
August
and be
21st.
and be whooping motherfuckers' asses. So we gonna see, man, because Spence can take it as good as he give it, but the Pac got some speed and some fucking power to him.
He got power, he got speed, but the only thing against him is his age.
That's it.
Shit, that might be experience. I mean,
he might be able to pull it through or whatever, but Earl, he ain't no lightweight, man. Like
no,
I said, man, Earl is a force to be reckoned with. You know, he's nice, and like I said, I don't know what happened. I think when Pacquiao stopped with the drinking and smoking and fornicating and all that bullshit, man, he didn't got rededicated and refocused, and it's a new Pac-Man. And it's like, God dang, this dude got, shit. He still got some left in the tank.
he whipped Adrian Broner's ass. We just shouted that out like a kid. He whipped Adrian Broner's ass. I was watching the highlights of that shit last night. Like, oh my G.
Yeah, all the way back.
All because you couldn't be serious.
Yeah.
Like you up there with the shoulder roll shit and be getting rolled.
Like, that's the whole point of you doing that, not to get caught. And you kept getting caught.
Right. He do this shit. He be like doing this, and they be tagging his ass. He be like, I'm like, they whooping your ass. What are you shaking your head for, motherfucker?
Hey, man, if that's been your style your whole career, man, there's
What,
not
getting
much you
your
can
ass
do
whooped
after
is a
that.
style?
No, the fucking shoulder,
shoulder
roll.
roll.
Like if that's how you've been boxing for fucking 10 years, 20 years, you ain't gonna switch that shit up in a night and think that you gonna win.
But has he been doing
when
it?
these cats switch trainers?
Right.
It was like, dude, you know what I mean? When you do that, what are you thinking? It's already baked in.
Yeah, he wasn't doing that before he was around Floyd. Floyd and James Toney utilized that shit better than anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not just that, it's the damn patience. You get these cats who get caught up in the crowd booing, or whatever because they want the action to pick up. Floyd was
Right.
like, shit, I'm trying to go home and fuck on something. I'm trying to look pretty. I ain't trying to have nobody. I'm trying to make sure my cut man don't pull out nothing.
I'm gonna go get this McDonald's. You know,
pretty much, yeah. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna
Easiest
be
job on the
pretty,
planet.
but I'm gonna pull off this bank heist, and y'all
right,
gonna love it. you
right.
know?
Dude gonna show up with the Q-tips with all the dust on them. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, we don't need those. What
Right,
you doing? We don't need those.
man.
But yeah, that was the whole point of that. But you got these young guns get up in there and try to imitate them, and end up, taking the L's. It's like there's only
Right,
one Floyd. So do you, man? Do your thing.
right.
You can't nobody take his Floyd spot, but AB
No,
was supposed to be but then he got caught up, man. He can't let that street shit go.
I think this is what I think it is. I think they want to be that dude. I think they say they want to be Floyd
Mhm.
until they see
What Floyd does.
firsthand what Floyd does.
Mhm.
They see him hanging out a little bit
Mhm.
over at his club,
Mhm.
gambling a little bit. But then when they see this motherfucker's getting up at 3 a.m. running 10 miles, after the 10 miles, he make everybody open up the gym so
Yep.
he can go in there every day.
Yeah.
And when you listen to him talk, he brilliant. Hey man,
Yeah.
why you always run at night? Other fighters, he said, because we always fight at night. What
night.
what sense do that make?
Facts.
Well, you don't never you work out all year round. Like, what's up with that? He was like, so I maintain a certain weight. These fighters lose energy always cutting weight and changing up their diets.
Yep.
I'm the same all year round. Brilliant motherfucker, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's basic shit.
Yep.
If you a fighter, you know what I mean. You stay ready.
Everybody
don't
want
know
to
when
make
you
rap
gonna-
videos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you get that call, you better be ready.
There you go.
And he's still one of those dudes. Like, dude, he's making again. We talked about this last week. He's making more money now. You know what I mean? That's not even going against his record. These are promo
Right.
tours.
Right.
It's amazing, man. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this boxing season this year, man. It should be some pretty good fights.
Yeah.
And,
I'm a fan of the Charlos. I want to see what happened with this
Yeah.
Montiel fight.
Yeah, man.
You know, them boys can go.
Both of them.
Yep.
Hey, did y'all see that shit in Maryland? That dude got tasered on the boardwalk or whatever. What was it at? Yeah, Maryland police officer taser black teen for vaping.
No.
I guess he didn't comply. Taser. It's fucking vaping. I didn't know. They said it's against the law on the boardwalk or whatever.
But did it?
On Maryland's on Maryland's boardwalk, Brian Anderson, 19, was zapped with the device in Ocean City, Maryland on Saturday. Despite his apparent cooperation with the 5 white officers surrounding him, it was filmed tumbling to the ground moments later. Yeah, man. Bystanders were sitting there. It was like, dude, he didn't even do nothing. He's fucking. I didn't know vaping was a crime. In Maryland, I guess it is. And you get fucking tasered. I guess we should be lucky that they didn't fucking shoot him. Fuck, man.
You know what? My thing is, man, and again, man, I have nothing at all. Police officers, I have everything against dirty cops, bad cops. My problem is, what happened to try and talk to the kid? I mean, we don't know what happened. Maybe he did give him a couple warnings. But, hey man, like, hey, could you stop that, man? You know it's illegal over here. Hey, but the fucking
but even if he don't comply,
right? No, of course.
You know what I mean? That's my
right.
whole deal. Even if he doesn't comply, why do we have to get excessive?
That's what I'm saying.
It's depending on where you are, man. This shit might not be considered excessive by the police department, because you hear a lot of police officers talk about the safety surrounding tasers. That 500,000 volts can't be deadly, and now, granted, it has to do where the probes land, blah blah blah. But that cause cardiac arrest. But then again, lactic acidosis, where you make every muscle in your body clench, then you're burning all the sugar, creates a anaerobic biological response. It releases a bunch of acid into your body, which could cause lactic acidosis. I mean, that could be lethal. But you hear time and time again police departments backing the safety of a taser, considering it like the best thing to do besides, throw hands on somebody. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I get you're trying to give their logic behind hitting somebody with a taser. Like you said, they don't know that person's medical background. He could have fucking heart murmur.
Well, shit,
Right.
lactic acidosis, you don't need a background.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about how many times they fried Rodney King.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was pretty much, thank God he was high.
Yeah. We had to change the
Right.
batteries on our shit,
Right.
Like,
Fucked up is that.
You
man.
got some double A's, motherfucker.
No,
Look.
charge this. Hook this up to the damn car battery.
Right.
This motherfucker
Yeah.
ain't going down.
But
yeah.
That's where I was going, man. Why does it have to be excessive? Why does it have to be an altercation? And it could be the littlest thing. Fucking vaping?
that's
And
some bullshit.
an old boy with the truck who told the cops that he ain't putting his shit down. Tell them to put their shit down. Yeah, they let him drive off, no taser, no
Blue
pepper
on blue.
spray. Yeah, but this
Come
kid
on, man.
vaping,
And they
he
and-
get dropped. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Down there, pissed shit himself or whatever. He get dropped
Yeah.
for smoke.
But you can't even complain about it because the officer was acting within department
Yep.
regulations. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
Yeah, because a taser is not as lethal, or it's a safe alternative to any other action. Fucking
And that's how they
get away with
they-
that bullshit.
Yeah, they lullaby us to sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
By saying,
Oh,
you
well,
know,
listen to
and it was-
regulations.
Yeah, and it was on me by saying, well, at least they didn't shoot him.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse. You
I
know what
don't think these motherfuckers even stop to think themselves like, hey man, could the regulations be a little bit out of touch?
Fuck no. They
You know.
thrive on that shit. They
Right.
got these toys and they want to use them.
Right.
You know what I mean? They ain't got them just to look at and polish and make sure that they charged up. These motherfuckers want to use them. They're like, shit.
Double
I
A's.
want to dump this damn clip, man. I had this
Right.
clip for 4 months, man, and I've been itching.
I ain't shot shit, but a target,
Pretty much, man.
a black target. I want to shoot something real black. That's fucked up. I shouldn't have said that.
Facts.
So that you know.
Indeed.
No,
Indeed,
man. I hate that happened to that young man because, like you said, that's all they're gonna say. And again, what was it? Who was it? Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor had the joke. It's okay to break a nigger. Up, says right here in the manual. It's okay to break a nigger.
That's it.
Keep going.
Yeah.
So
Saw another to switch gears a little bit. Fury as teachers label unvaccinated students with black markers at prom. And during prom, they had the DJ tell them to, pretty much put your hands in the air so folks could see exactly where the fuck they were on the dance floor periodically throughout the prom, man. Come on, man. If you got to do all that, you shouldn't have fucking had prom.
right.
You marking motherfuckers, man.
So
Black
these
marker, red
right.
marker.
So these kids
All
senior
in the same
year.
building at a dance.
At
You
fucking
gonna
prom,
shame
man.
somebody to get vaccinated?
Back shaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these kids are
Give
college
me your
prepped,
hand.
right?
Right. So these kids' senior years have all been fucking destroyed. athletes, all of that.
Shit, fucking New
And
Hampshire. Yeah,
you
man.
just gonna take that goddamn. I don't understand some of the adults, man, and where some of this shit come from, man.
It comes from it comes from privilege. It comes from
Right,
fear. You know what I mean? Propaganda. People just everybody's been sitting at home, man. You go on,
right,
you fall in, you get on the YouTube, you go down a rabbit hole of whatever you need to feed your fucking, your psyche at the time. When
right.
you want to hate this group of people, you
There
go
you
to this
go.
site. You want to hate that, you go to that site or whatever, and it's just 24/7 nonstop. It's just a matter of how hard you want to go with it.
Right,
And
right,
that's what it is. I can't get mad at the Trump supporters, whatever, because they have a constant drip of that shit. You
right.
know what I mean? They getting spoon fed 24/7. They eat that shit up. You know.
You don't find it strange at all that every media outlet is pumping vaccine shit? I mean, like even in the things that black people watch,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is awfully strange to see most of these figureheads of popular news tell you to go get vaccinated.
Everybody, like,
You
watch.
got black entertainers out there
Yeah,
doing
I'm
that
I'm
shit.
I'm
I mean,
showing mine. I'm going for my second shot today.
yeah. I
You
mean,
got
All
John John
Ohio,
Legend. Get
Ohio had a
vaccinated. Like,
yeah,
man, shut the
yeah.
fuck up, man.
You
Yeah.
you got states giving away money to get vaccinated.
Yep.
yeah.
I mean,
Vaccine
it's
lottery.
it's it's strange.
It is.
Is it
No,
strange or is it America? Is it strange?
there you go.
Because we stay on that fuck shit. Everybody's looking at us like, dude, this shit ain't over. Over in Europe, they still in fucking lockdown.
Yeah.
But yeah, we over here like, yeah, we're back, baby. We're back.
No, the fuck,
Come on,
not
man.
in this household. We still wearing masks. We look. I ain't fucking around with them. I was
Yeah.
out today with them. Look, man. I'm gonna say this. This seemed like I'm getting off, but I'm not. There was a movie called Funny Games, and then Judge Dredd was based on a comic book about this. It was like everything was big in Mega City. It was chock full of crime and all this other shit, and all of this other weird shit. And the guy who wrote the comic and illustrated it, this shit was a English man wrote the comic, but he based it in America because he felt like America, everything was big and over, just weird and
Yeah.
you know, Funny Games was about two motherfucking white kids. They kept calling each other by different names. They go to this family's house, they torture them and kill them. And the guy who made that movie remade it like 5 years after the original, but he made an Americanized version because he felt like this was something that could really happen in America. So to
There
get
you
back to
have
the
it.
point, right there
Hmm.
you have it. This is America. I don't think motherfuckers understand the way, like we got motherfuckers saying that there are 78, 79, however many. This is me exaggerating. Different sex. It's not just man and a woman. You got motherfuckers claiming to be a refrigerator right now, and the rest of the world is looking like, what in the fuck are they doing over there?
Yeah,
What
I
kind of
mean,
fucking experiment are they doing?
if you could go from Obama to Trump, you got
Man,
that
come on.
right. They spin people's heads, and that's why you got uh, Mr. Joe Biden over there doing damage control.
This
That
motherfucker.
ain't a G7 convention. That's damage control. You over there like, look, man, we back, we good. They was like, dude, you got 4 years, and it could
Right.
go right back to that old fuckery. You know what I mean? At the drop of a dime. So your word ain't bond. Sorry, bro, your word ain't bond. That's why they all like, Joe. I'm sorry, man. We fuck with you, but we don't fuck with you.
Let
You
me
know what I
say
mean?
this. Let me say this to add to what you're saying. It's not so much Trump himself.
Mm-mm.
This
Mm-mm.
motherfucker, it's like a cult. These motherfuckers, the way they follow this dude, the way they talk about him, it was
Right.
like that show with Kevin Bacon, where he was going after the cult leader. Just because we ain't gonna have him in there doesn't mean. And again, I don't think that everything Trump did was wrong. I have no problem saying it. But what I am gonna say is for what he did do wrong and a lot of his ideologies. It's a lot of motherfuckers running around like that. You got that crazy bitch up there right now that had to apologize. The blonde haired motherfucker who was at AOC's door.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is her name, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got motherfuckers like that.
Well, hold on. You got to see who she apologized to.
Who?
You know, it's not. It's come on, man. It's the agenda. So all the crazy shit that this bitch has said over the past 2 years. Think about that. Now, all the crazy shit that this bitch has said over the past year or whatever it's been. The only 2 times she gets called out, Jewish space lasers and comparing shit to Nazis.
That's
so
it.
Both times she's come out and had to
It's
apologize
some
behind some
Jewish
shit. She's
Right.
apologizing to Jewish people.
Right.
So, you know, like this bitch don't mean none of it. She don't mean
Right.
none of it. But there are
Right.
certain people in this world that you have to apologize to.
And yep.
Yeah.
And
So
and that's what it
why.
is.
That's what
Yeah.
that was, man.
That's what it is. Real quick, I was paying attention to the fact that I never knew this shit. Nobody has yet to break FloJo's record.
For real?
No one has broken it. To this day, she sets the record. I think it's, what is it, the 100 and all that shit? I think they said Sha'Carri Richardson, this young lady, she always wear her hair different colors. I think they said that, and I ain't even know that the weather depended on the shit and all the wind and all of that. They was talking about the wind. I thought these motherfuckers was just running. They said that she could possibly beat her record, break
All
her record.
records are meant to be broken, man. It's a matter of time. I'm just
But
glad,
I'm like,
you know,
damn.
she don't, you know, nothing get funky with the testing. You know what I mean? You got this old girl just tested positive.
Yeah, I saw that.
But some shit or whatever. So I hope everything comes out clean and she did it, you know, on the up and
Yeah.
up.
What's she
You
test
know-
positive for?
Man, you know, all kind of shit that's on the
Yeah.
list. And half the time, you know, they taking stuff and then all of a sudden, while they're on this treatment, is put on the ban list.
Right.
You know, and they get jammed up. But I don't know what exactly because I don't follow her like that. But I just saw that I guess she got stripped of her shit.
Man, I remember when it came out that Marion Jones
Yeah.
was on the shit, and it was her husband that told the shit.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
They
man.
took all her shit.
Well, they were using that experimental testosterone from Balco, right?
Yep. The Balco, that was it. I think that was it, man.
Yeah, they had a lot of people tied up in that shit.
Mhm.
Remember the guy
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
biggest arms in the world, Jose Canseco,
Yep.
Barry Bonds, all those motherfuckers. Yeah,
Mhm.
man, that was a huge deal.
Yep. Like I said, it wasn't just in that, it was all the athletes. You know,
Yep.
and they were saying
Yeah.
that cats would, you know, I remember Mike was saying he was pissing dirty and all this other stuff, how they were beating the system. He had a fake dick or whatever filled with, you know, kids fucking piss in it or whatever, you know. So, because they would sit there and look over your shoulder while you whip it out, you know. And he said he had, you know, a fake dick.
Yeah, the Wizinator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
That's
cats use
real?
that.
Oh yeah, it's a real thing.
Hell no.
The other thing is when you look at Olympians, this is one of the ways they get around banned substances. So you look at the number of Olympians that have asthma. When you have asthma, you can take
steroids,
bronchial dilators, corticosteroids,
Yeah.
you know, and these you can take epinephrine. Epinephrine's approved for treatment of asthma, and then you can have what's that other one? Albuterol. You know, so you can dilate your lungs, run harder than everyone else on the track.
Yeah.
You know, legal doping. But yeah, just Google how many Olympians are actually asthmatics.
Got you.
Yeah.
That's crazy because that's slick because you have to take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who was my dude that did the Tour de France?
Yeah, Mr. One Testicle.
Lance.
Yeah,
Lance.
Lance Armstrong. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
They stripped everything. That motherfucker, you was dirty out the gate. We taking all your shit.
Right. We burning
Yeah,
your
that was-
Wheaties box, motherfucker.
That was bad, man. That was bad. That was a bad look. That was real bad. Like, dude, you beat cancer, all this shit, and here you go doing this bullshit. Huh. Okay.
Why come out though?
Man,
I
That's
think
why-
it was
that's-
one of those, man. Somebody was in his ear, man. Like, look, if you don't, you know what I mean, you better get in front of this.
right.
You know what I mean? Or
He told everything to Oprah. I said, what the fuck? Somebody holding a gun in his head? I wouldn't have told that bitch nothing.
There was that other cyclist that was making news rounds or writing a book or something about doping. But at that point in his career, he was already done fucking cycling. You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
had already broke every goddamn record that there is.
Mhm.
He was done taking drug tests. So why at that point would you come out and say, hey man, I did the shit? You know, if they didn't catch me pissing dirty all these years, why
Right.
come out and say anything? You know,
It
why
would have been
not just tell
conjecture.
him?
It wasn't it wasn't a guilty conscience, man. They had to do something. They had to have something to do with money.
Ray
Yeah.
Donovan paid that motherfucker a visit.
Yeah, I mean, but what
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of leverage you got over a guy like
Something.
that. You know?
For him,
man.
listen, for him to tell all that shit, like you said, his career was over. With me, that motherfucking shit would have been conjecture. Motherfuckers would have thought all they wanted. They could even be like, yeah, but they wouldn't have had me saying it.
Right.
When I saw him, I'm like, he even looked like, damn, I gotta tell all this shit. And
Like, somebody, like you said, Ray Donovan paid his ass a visit. You know, I'd have went out like fucking Barry Bonds. So what the head? You know, my head the same size as the Elephant Man. I ain't on no steroids. Nope. Nope. Y'all see the before and after pictures of Barry Bonds. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That didn't
Who was
make
that
no
other guy,
damn sense. Like, dude, who you trying to fool? Come on, man. Look at your head.
Look at Mark McGuire this first year in
Facts.
Mark
baseball.
McGuire, yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, look like Hulk Hogan up there in pinstripes.
Man, what was my dude in wrestling? Rick Steiner. This dude,
Big Papa Pump.
Big Papa Pump, had to get a tattoo dead center of his chest because he was using that shit. And what happened was, it looked like his pecs, whereas they were full, it looked like an omega symbol in the middle, and it had something to do with juicing to where it destroyed the muscles in his chest. So he got this tattoo that covered it, this Conor McGregor style tattoo. He was on that shit heavy. And they said he was a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah,
Like
man.
that.
I don't think it's worth it, man. I
No.
don't think that shit is worth it.
No, hell no.
Because you can't stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't stop, and the damage is permanent.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you see these cats, they damn near double their size, and all of a sudden, once they out of the limelight, man, they shrink like the old school the Hulk series, the one that was on TV or whatever. And the motherfucker wake up, you know, and he got these damn, you know, tethered, you know, shorts or pants on or whatever and shirt. Like, mother, are you kidding me? Really? You know what I mean? You done went from Lou Ferrigno to this little motherfucker.
Yep.
You know,
Lex Luger, little than a motherfucker now.
it's sickening.
You got to
Yep.
think about the
these cats,
calories that you have to consume,
Yeah.
along with all the maintenance exercises and everything. I mean, you know, if you're not consuming those calories, your body's not going to maintain those ridiculous muscles.
All
You
those
know,
cats
so-
look nasty now.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger,
Yep.
Stallone, all those cats
Oh.
look fucking nasty now.
Yeah.
Mickey Rourke, you know, all those cats, man. They
Oh,
just
this
look,
cat, Mickey,
look
walking
bad.
around with a lace front on.
I mean, but shit, I like you enter in your 40s, man, your skin don't
it
operate the same, you know.
It don't pop.
Yeah,
You know
them
what I mean? It don't
motherfuckers
pop
in
like that.
Those motherfuckers like 102 years old, you know,
Still
still making
trying to
action
wear-
movies
Stallone in
and
his
shit.
70s.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
these are guys that we really shouldn't be seeing on. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man.
Yeah, so
But yet,
like,
they still got these blockbuster movies coming out. Or whatever,
hey
you know
man,
what I mean?
Dig
they're
it,
still the
dig it.
baddest motherfuckers on the planet. They're still
Facts.
all special forces. Like they keep
Right.
them niggas into the 80s.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you're 80 years old?
Come
They're
on.
still special
Come
forces.
on.
Yeah, come on now.
We're gonna hire this 70-year-old motherfucker to take down this regime. Look, what I thought when we talk about the age shit, and I'm a fan of his. This I forget how many years ago. Maybe this was 2010 when this movie came out with Pacino and De Niro. It wasn't a great movie,
Yeah. I know
but
which one
they
you're
wanted
talking
to capitalize off of the heat. You know,
Yeah.
they're pairing in heat. And let me just say this, man. I'm a fan of both of theirs. But these motherfuckers was old then, and they had Al Pacino on a motorcycle. He was on this big ass hog, and they had him with a young bitch. He was like 20 something, and he had, like you said, this skin and shit hanging, and he on this motorcycle trying to look cool, and it looked like if he tried to put that shit upright, he'd fall. You know, these guys are wonderful actors. I'm sure that they could do a great job as old guys. Christopher Walken did a movie. Matter of fact, he did it with Al Pacino, where they was these old ass gangsters. They weren't trying to be cool, but it was just kind of like this little last ride thing with him. And one of them he thought snitched, and you guys got it was a good movie, pretty good movie. Low, not low budget, but straight DVD. But
That's like what you call it, man? Liam Neeson
Oh.
or whatever. He said when they interviewed him on 60 Minutes, he was like, "Man, I'm damn near 70 years old. They keep casting me. They keep giving me a paycheck for these damn movies." He was like, "I'm gonna keep taking them." He was like, "Don't nobody want to see me." He's like, "I'm too old for this, but they keep casting me."
right,
And that's what he was like, "Dude, how am I turn down this money at this age?
right.
You know,
Yeah.
my wife died. I got my son or whatever." He was just like, "Shit." It's like, I don't want to, be making these phone calls saying I got a special set of skills. And, he was like,
Right.
this, to him, he put it out there like, man, this shit don't even sound right.
And after
Threatening somebody at this age.
And after a friend of his said that she was violated, he was trying to find the only motherfucking black person in Ireland to beat up. I'm like,
See?
Yeah.
See what
I'm saying?
A black motherfucker in Ireland?
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
You pretty much.
Come on, man.
That's that Kidney Chesney
Hey.
concert. That
Yeah,
dude was
yeah.
like, I will be
I will.
black
Anybody
motherfucker.
nigga in there.
It's a
It
Kenny
was like,
Chesney concert.
Truth be told, wasn't St. Patrick Black Irish?
Did you talk about St. Patrick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
One of them motherfuckers was black.
Yeah. So I'm sure they got some Negroes running around that motherfucker with some red hair.
We everywhere like air, but
Right.
still,
Yeah.
it's the principle. You know what I'm saying? You
Tyrone
saying that,
McCleary.
man.
Hey, but
Hey.
what's worse than Liam
Hand
Neeson?
me Jordans. Go ahead.
Oh my God, this fool on one.
What's worse than Liam Neeson being the biggest action hero that you would be scared of? Did you see that movie Nobody with
No.
Bob Odenkirk?
I'm gonna watch that shit since you keep talking about it, man.
What's up?
God, I
Go ahead.
all right.
Go ahead.
Look, I'm gonna fuck this movie up for both of y'all.
Go ahead.
They got Doc McBrown to be an action hero in this movie.
Back to the Future.
They got Lloyd, Christopher
Watching
Lloyd.
this shit tonight.
They got Christopher Lloyd load up motherfucking shotguns and start taking niggas out in Nobody.
But dude, how different is that from Red with Bruce Willis, Helen Mirren?
That was bad.
It was hard enough to think
That
of
was bad.
Bob Odenkirk as a serious action hero. Okay. All right. Like you got Better Call Saul as an action hero. Okay. I look past that. I look past that. Yeah.
Mhm.
And he was very good up until like about halfway through the movie. And then it just became like like not really an action movie, but just a comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
For real,
Okay.
shoot 'em up.
The Big Hit with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that motherfucking
yeah,
movie.
it was
Okay.
pretty cheesy, but entertaining. It became like a good action movie. Like nobody went from being a good action movie to being entertaining. As soon as they put Christopher Lloyd in there,
Damn.
doing some unforgiven shit. So, it's
All right.
there's a certain age limit that you can go with these action heroes, and I think Christopher Lloyd
Just
is that limit.
got it.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad.
Retire that role, man.
Hey, man, I love him, man. It was entertaining.
But
Because it's him is the only reason why I wasn't pissed off.
the motherfucker was old when he was Doc Brown.
Yeah, man.
White hair then.
Some of these motherfuckers been old for a long. Like Morgan Freeman was in Red,
Yes.
and he
Yeah.
only got one hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on,
There's
man.
parts
Like,
of Morgan Freeman that are dying.
parts of Morgan Freeman already going through rigor mortis. Yesterday I can feel my left foot. Today
That
it's
is-
nothing but a stump.
That is fucking blasphemy. That is cold, man. That is fucking cold, man.
Say it
We
again,
do-
Tank, and I'll
We do
smack
not
you with
know
this
that
hand.
to be true.
Just look at that plastic hand. And
Oh
motherfucker's the
my
fugitive.
God, that is so fucked up, man.
He looked like he about to go like,
But you right. He was never young.
nope,
Ever.
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 I saw a movie with him and was it Christopher Reeve?
Street smart.
Yeah.
He was
yeah.
fast black. He slapped the shit out that white woman. It was
was the best. It was the best ever.
he
Like,
slapped the shit out of it. Was real. I think that shit was real. Because her eyes rolled in the back of her motherfucking head.
if they don't give him a lifetime award for that right there.
And she said, "Oh, come on, slap." Backhanded this
Shut
bitch.
up, bitch.
She was like, I said, this shit is real.
Bitch Tyson
This shit
Fury.
is real. Right. I don't know if they
Oh,
said,
man.
if she said really smack me, but he went across her shit.
I think he was just used to smacking motherfuckers.
Right.
Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
before he had the dead hand.
There you go.
man.
That's that hand.
Yeah, that's the hand of death.
That's that hand he smacked that
Fuck
white woman
up,
with. They
man.
came back years later and got
Hey,
him for
hey
it.
man, I would like to switch gears before we check out of here, man.
Let's
Man,
get it, my
like,
brother.
y'all fucking around with fucking Morgan and his damn dead hand. Fuck. What do y'all think about this whole fight from these parents now about teachers teaching CRT?
Oh, the critical race theory.
Yeah.
Let me hear what y'all think. I'll go last.
Tank, you want to lead in, brother?
Nothing that you get for free in this country is worth a damn, including
Okay.
education.
Okay. I'm just saying that's one aspect, considering if you're gonna teach, why wouldn't you want them to learn more?
Just think, like, they're excluding the shit that they were telling people 20 years ago, and which was excluding the fucking truth. So, fuck these people, fuck the whole argument. They're not
So
going to teach
nothing-
your kids the truth. Yeah.
I mean, goddamn,
It's
man.
just-
At least
they just
bring-
changed the version of the truth, and we're arguing about their change of the version of the truth.
to the point where certain teachers are scared to even bring this up because they may lose their job, because kids may, I don't know, want to talk about the Black Lives Matter movement, what's going on, and how it relates to what the teacher's lesson plan is to the so-called history or whatever. It's like, I don't want anybody to whitewash history, even though they did it to us, and then for them to actually hone in on just race. We never learned about race at all. And for them to bring it up, I'm kind of like, well, shit. Okay.
So what's the theory behind it? Are they trying to
Let them pretty much know that, slavery was real.
Look,
You know what I mean? It's part of American history. You know.
this is my problem. There's a bigger stink being made out of this critical race theory than there is these teachers dressing the kids up as slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
these teachers saying all kinds of outlandish shit like Joe Floyd didn't die of from the knee on his neck.
Yeah.
There, you know,
Yeah, but there's some that's just trying to, bring the conversation up to date on what's really going on. Like you can't not at this point in this era ever debate, or try to deny slavery
right.
or oppression or white privilege. You have to be able to discuss that.
But see, this is the thing. If you look, what's her name? Megan Kelly was on the Bill Maher show.
Mm.
Some of it I got, but then some of it I didn't. I didn't get. I don't like Megan Kelly anyway because this bitch went on a rant about how Santa Claus was really white. And my thing about it is, our kids, for how many years, didn't see themselves in any positive light in these fucking textbooks?
Mm-hmm.
For how many years were when we were taught about ourselves, we just learned that our history started with slavery. And they threw us a couple bones, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and shit like that. There's things going on in today's society where I feel like you need that. Everything has been whitewashed, man. Every
Mm-hmm.
fucking thing has been whitewashed. Let me tell you something, man. You got motherfuckers that didn't want a black motherfucker in the new Star Wars. Now we got all kind of aliens, but it was blasphemy to have a black motherfucking
In the future.
stormtrooper.
He's covered in all white.
Right,
What? Come on.
right. So if this critical race theory is a thing to try to bring awareness and bring sensitivity to our people's plight, I'm all fucking for it because you got other groups, man, that's changing the textbooks so that it can say my two daddies.
But the biggest pushback is there's a lot of white parents that are pushing back saying that
Yes,
you're trying to make my child feel guilty for like no, we just want them to know what happened. They could let them decide.
Mr. Coppola,
Open up the conversation. That's all. We're not trying to make no, fifth grader, sixth grader feel guilty. We just want to let them know what had happened in their country.
Mr. Coppola,
That's all.
Mr. Coppola. What in the fuck would a child have to feel guilty about? It's the fucking parent. It's the
Right.
motherfucking parent at the house. Like, damn, they cut me off at the head before I can put what I want to put in their motherfucking head.
That's
Before
it.
before I could teach them that to stay away from them niggas and them black motherfuckers over there. Well, I'm gonna put this in. They putting it in their head that hey, look what people that look like you has done to them. Look at how a lot of y'all get ahead. You understand what I'm saying? Because
That's it.
I feel like they need to put what's homegirl from Full House that was paying for her kids to go to school, Lori Loughlin.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like they need to put that in there as an example of white privilege. I feel like they need to put what we talked about last week, Mississippi. How if you got a black
Yeah.
valedictorian, salutatorian,
Yeah.
they must have a white one up there because some rich family is pissed off that their kid is not standing up there giving a fucking speech. You do need this. Nobody give a fuck about them white parents. They didn't push back when motherfucker, like I said, they ain't push back against my two dads. They talk that shit, but it ain't been as much pushback as this.
Yeah. I just
Be-
wanted you guys' opinion on that.
oh yeah,
It was just the parents. And I think you hit it right on the head. It's like they got stopped. You know what
right,
I mean? They don't want nobody else, telling their kids about,
right.
what actually really the real get down or whatever. It's like, well, they're not that agenda wasn't to make your kids feel guilty. They just want to
There
let you
was
know what the whole playbook was. Not half the playbook, the whole playbook.
right on,
This whole experience called America.
right.
And
That
they freaking out. It was just like So you don't want your kids to know the truth on how it really went down? Is use the Google machine. It's right there.
Let me tell you this. I'm not shocked in this day and age when you got certain members of Congress that sat there and voted against an anti-lynching bill. It don't shock me.
Yeah.
Megyn Kelly's reaction when she was talking about this shit, she tried to soft shore around it. But then when she got, why does my kid have to learn about this? Why does my kid have to learn about that? Your kid needs to learn about it because possibly he might grow up and be one of these motherfuckers that's like you, that's arguing that Santa Claus is white and putting out propaganda against black folks, which she fucking did for years. And she want to be able to put that same shit into her kid's head. But guess what? The school got your kids for longer during the day than you do. They got them for more time during the day than you do.
Now that we're back and you want all these kids back in the classroom, now you up in arms about the the new curriculum.
Right.
Come on, man. Just stop.
Right.
And
We know
let
what it is.
And let the teachers teach. I'd rather them talk about that than them just teach them the test, the standardized test.
Right.
You know
I'd rather them talk about that than trying to fuck them.
They still trying to fuck them.
Right. Listen,
that is the craziest phenomenon with
think
me,
about
man.
this. There's
Crazy.
There's more of a pushback against critical race theory than there is against teachers fucking these students.
That's sad. Welcome to America. Welcome to America.
Think about it.
Damn.
Funny games.
Damn.
Think about it.
And again, game blouse.
Right. Pancakes, bitches.
Fuck.
You can fuck them, just don't enlighten them. I'd rather you fuck my kid than to teach him that black motherfucker is equal. That's probably how somebody think. Here, just
what it is.
Bend them over. Bend Todd over. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Damn.
Fuck out of here.
Ob done sealed that one. Okay, I'm glad I brought that up. And Ob had you didn't checked all the boxes on that one.
I'm glad you brought that up too, Mr. Coulter.
It was just one of those things, man, that just they're flipping out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, like really tripping. Like, who told you? Like, you sent them to me. It's my job to educate them. This is what's going on in the world. We can't, everybody's not privileged enough to live in a bubble. Some of us got to deal with the fucking real shit.
And like you said, bubble. Again, we go back to Mississippi. The reason why they had a white valedictorian and salutatorian, because some motherfuckers that lived in a bubble went complaining to the school. We're going to take your endowment if you don't put somebody white. At least put somebody white up there, my son. You better do the motherfucking math however you want to do it. That's why critical race theory needs to be taught. That's exactly the fuck why it needs to be taught. Look, man, our kids need something, man. Our kids need something. They definitely deserve better, but they got to have something because it's 2021 and our kids are still expected to assimilate into a system that don't give a fuck about them and let them know every day. You understand what I'm saying?
It needs to start at home and it need to be reinforced in the schools.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Like I said, the teachers, they damn sure don't get paid what they supposed to get paid. And now they trying to, somewhat give the youth some type of understanding of what's really going on. You know what I mean? Because you can't shelter them from what's, especially now, we got this 24/7 news.
Right.
This news cycle, man. I mean, all they got to do is just pull out, and every kid has a phone. You know what I mean? TMZ app. Boom, 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 24/7. Somebody doing this. They're the first to get all the bullshit.
And Mr. Coppola, that's the other problem. There was a time when if a police officer killed a black motherfucker, wasn't no tape. They could just tell their kid whatever they wanted when it hit the news. If they told their kid anything at all, what kids was reading the news or paying attention to it back then?
So I'm saying that 24/7 constant
Right.
feed of news.
Right.
And they trying to like pretty much get ahead and be like, this is going to come at you or whatever, and try to, prepare these kids the best way they know how. But at least, mind you, it's so fucked up that they got to put theory.
Right.
on it as if it's not a reality. It's not a
Right.
theory, it's a proven fact.
Right.
It's not a theory.
Let me tell you something, man. I forget what the name of this documentary is, but I think it was on HBO. But I guess it was talking about the racial issues, how at this one school the blacks were getting treated differently. But shit like that. All of this is why I'm gonna say, and we got to go back. Like you said, you really hit the nail on the head. Motherfuckers got to do better at home. You can't just leave it up to that institution to teach these babies, man.
Mm-hmm. Your kids should be able to go into a classroom or any setting and have a logical debate.
There you go.
Especially on race. It's not like they just only going to see people who look like them in this world.
Right.
I mean, we didn't have logical debates on race when we were in school. I doubt that these children today are having logical debates on race, even while they currently teach the critical race theory. Nothing's going to change. These
But
motherfuckers give you a free education, and that free education is backed by a capitalist society. And the only reason why they have a educational system is so you don't break their fucking machines.
no,
Okay.
Cuddy.
Anything else, I mean, everything else you learn about life, justice, race, everything else is learned outside of that classroom.
No.
This is
I get it, and I agree with you, and that's what we saying. It starts at home, but you got to think again. We didn't have fucking TikTok when we was kids. We didn't have Twitter and all of this shit.
You gotta admit, man, these kids are more
Advanced.
diverse
There you go.
Mhm.
and more accepting than we could ever even imagine. You
Right.
know what I mean? They are so plugged in to so much different shit that we can't even, we look at it as goofy. But to them,
Right.
that's their shit. You know what I
Yep.
mean? It's like, dude, we never would have that would have never flown. You know what I mean? But that's you're talking about the school system. I understand that, but I'm just talking about as far as like just the tech alone.
There
These
you go.
kids are fucking light years ahead
Right.
of what the fuck
Man, we was using
we were
rotary
doing.
phones back when we was their age.
Mhm.
These
Yeah.
motherfuckers got phones you could see people on. We couldn't even man, look, back then if you called a motherfucker, you knew either that motherfucker, the phone was off the hook or he was on the other line with somebody else and you
Dude,
had
it
to
was
wait to call back.
our high tech was 3-way.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We what are we doing right now? You
Right.
know what I mean? These kids do that daily.
Right.
We catching up to them.
Hey, do you even think that whatever the school system is pumping in them is even effective? I mean, just think if they're in the classroom and
Mhm.
they have technology available at their hands, they're not 100% in that classroom. So they're getting information pumped into them, this,
True.
like I can't see this next generation being worried about race when they're not worried about dudes and dudes together or chicks and chicks together like it
I
or
got you.
even a fucking
I got
gender
you.
making a difference,
I
but
got
all
you.
of a sudden race is going to make a difference.
I
Like
got
I
you.
think this is like a last ditch effort to
My
keep
G.
some of that bullshit.
My G. I'll never in this country underestimate the hatred for our people.
Mhm.
Fucking never. Let me tell you something. It is more taboo, and I've said this before. It is still more taboo to see a black man with a white woman than it is to see two niggas kissing. They will put
Damn.
gay motherfuckers on TV all day. Okay.
Yep.
But they still, if they shoot a black man and a white man to get a black man and a white woman together as a family in a commercial, you never see them touching. You never see them together. They
And
will go as far as to show you a black man with a mixed kid and a white mother and a picture on the refrigerator.
Yeah.
they just
The
talked about
infamous,
that how when
yeah,
they're showing these new mixed race couples every other ad or whatever, they say the people are more likely to respond better to a white man and a
and a
black
black
woman.
woman.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
the way it's always been.
and I was just like,
Mm.
fuck, y'all splitting hairs on that too? Damn,
Right.
shit. But
I mean, but you got to think of the consumers. They're our age. I mean, we're not relatable to these younger kids.
facts.
You know, so
Yeah.
there's going to be a huge switch here in a couple of years, man. As
Yeah.
soon as these kids that are in school doing all
Start.
this weird shit start taking over, it's gonna be fucking nuts.
Tank is already in his front yard in that lawn chair with the garden hose. Get off my fucking grass.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
man.
him.
Yeah.
That's him already.
Right.
He's like when they bring that goofy shit, when those,
Get the
those
fuck
tight ass
away.
jeans becoming, the on the state flag.
When your
You
favorite
see it here
gangster
now.
rapper is wearing leggings.
Oh
Man, we need to get back to Porky's, man.
Yeah, man. We that was our generation, and it's gone. It's in the time
It's
capsule.
gone.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's gone.
we were the last ones to love toxic masculinity.
That bullshit.
Yeah.
Only here can you get it.
No,
Only here.
you get it. You get it over. You get it overseas, man. You get it
Yeah.
overseas. But they
Well,
keep
yeah,
it
in every other
now,
normal country.
Yeah. Just give it another 20 years. Your
see?
oldest action hero will be Madea. Yeah.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. I can't. You fuck me up, man. I'm over here stuttering. I don't wanna do
Medea,
that shit, man.
Medea
Uh-huh.
escapes Croatia.
Shit,
fuck me
Madea,
up.
Madea
Just thinking-
taken.
Thinking about that
Right.
damn theory.
Yeah.
You done put that out there for Tyler, man.
Fast
Son
and
of a
Furious with Madea.
Fuck that. I'm gonna
Medea
end on. I'm gonna
Toretto.
end on this damn. You brought that damn Fast and Furious shit up, man. Look here.
They got to stop.
Thank you.
They
Thank
got
you
to
all.
stop.
Thank you.
They
'Cause
can't
I'm like,
stop.
look here,
They
man.
can't stop.
If we were in that situation and you keep fucking calling me, telling me I got to go and do this, that, and the third to save whoever, we need a break. We
Man.
need to find some new fucking friends. If y'all always stay in some shit where I got to make a car do a motherfucking cartwheel down the street,
Right.
you know what I mean? While on the hood, come on, man.
No,
The-
these
What
movies
was
still make
9?
money. These movies still make money, and actors still have terrible spending habits. I mean, do you remember seeing Tyrese in LA in a
Yeah.
goddamn fur jacket inside his house talking about Will Smith was going to cut me a check for X
$1
amount of
million.
dollars?
Yeah.
What more do they
And-
want from me? At his Starbucks in his fucking backyard.
That was a lie, and his child support was behind.
Right.
Like,
At
like, come on, man. Like, you
Right.
didn't did fucking 9 Fast and Furious movies, and you fucking broke.
complaining that The Rock did a spinoff. We were
Yeah.
supposed to be family.
Yeah,
What? It's a movie.
yeah. And every movie with Tyrese sucks, but like
Script
I don't know
killer.
Tyrese as a person, but goddamn it, like every movie with you in it sucked. Like the only one that I ever enjoyed.
You addressed him.
The only movie I ever enjoyed was Baby Boy, and it was because motherfucking Bing Rames beat your ass.
Nah,
But like that's the
Jelly.
only thing that made that movie
you
good.
want some eggs, youngster?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know sometimes it might be crazy.
Let it
They're
go,
gonna
man.
make
Let it
They're
go.
gonna make $1 million in these terrible fucking
Look,
race
man,
car
the
movies
mother-
because
I can't stand. I
we're-
mean,
Oh.
enough already,
And
man.
I
The
still
concept
go.
is just fucking like what? Really?
Look, man, the motherfucking movie started out about racing. Most people don't know this, but I think if you pay attention to it, it's a bad knockoff of Point Break. Point Break was about
Oh,
think
I
about
remember that. That was with my man who passed away.
the karate motherfucker, Patrick Swayze.
oh, I
Patrick-
thought she was about to say
Yeah,
Yeah.
Patrick
Yeah.
Swayze and Keanu.
Keanu.
Whatever.
Now, in the movie, Keanu was an FBI agent, tried to infiltrate this group of thieves, let the motherfucker go in the end. The same exact fucking story of the
Dude, but
first
can you
Fast
do
and
that
Furious.
9 fucking times?
Man, look, all I know is
Damn.
this.
It's
The
the
Rock
same shit.
The Rock saved that fucking series because it had got awful. Then now Vin Diesel don't want a minute. They made a good movie with it was just him and Idris. And I'm like, come on, man. The shit that they be having Vin Diesel do, riding a fucking drawbridge in a fucking in a fucking souped up Hemi, Gran Torino, whatever the fuck. I know that ain't a real car, but niggas driving tanks and racing with submarines. Like, come on, B. Like, but what did he got? I think that's all Vin Diesel got.
Like they jumped a shark in the first movie. There's nowhere else you can go.
Thank
Come
you.
on, man.
That was
Yeah,
my whole point,
like,
man. That's it. It's
Yeah.
a wrap.
They did what?
Damn.
Shark. So, all
Enough,
right. So
man.
going
9,
back,
you know
to,
they can't end with 9. It's gonna be 10. Shit.
All right.
yeah,
I hope
fuck,
not.
as long as they're still making movies. But like jumping shark come Happy Days. Happy Days was one of the best running TV shows, and then it reached its limit, but they kept going.
Okay.
And just to get more viewers, they had Fonzie, a shark on the beach. It was some dumb shit, but it was just to get viewers. So anytime some production goes over the top, just to get people, they call it jumping the shark.
Jump the shark.
Man,
That's
look.
where the saying came from.
And
They
them
trying to
motherfuckers
sell-
did this shit the first movie, and
Yeah.
they just got to. The next one's gonna have Transformers and aliens in it, nigga. Like it's
It
gonna
is.
be weird.
No. Right. And Dominic gone. I'm like, I thought the shit was gonna stop when the cat died.
It should have.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
You'd have thought.
It should.
You would have thought.
Now they like, we gotta put John Cena in it. We keep trying to sell people that motherfucker nobody want.
Mhm.
Nobody like, oh, I gotta do John Cena movie. No, my
No.
dude, ain't nobody.
No.
They gotta stop, man.
Whole
Thank
movie
you.
series has.
Thank you for we end on a little lighter note, because that right there just enough. I was like Fast and Furious
Enough.
9, and I think I stopped after the old boy died. I think that was the last one I saw. How many ones? How many
Like
since
they
then?
had 4 more.
Like 3 since Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, it ended perfectly. He
That's
drove
it.
off.
Yeah,
They watched him drive to who the fuck knows where.
right. That's it.
And they raced in the last movie, and Wiz Khalifa rapped, and
That's it. All
I
the
think
awards, everything for that.
The
for
next
that.
one is going to be a crossover with Jigsaw.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how
Dominic
fucking far.
Toretto.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
You've made 9 movies so far, and everybody's tired. Let's see if you can keep the car at 50 miles per hour, or it's gonna blow up. Like it's gonna be Speed. They're gonna remake Speed with Dominic Toretto in that motherfucker.
I'll do that.
Mhm.
With Vin Diesel.
All right, fellas. I appreciate
Gentlemen.
you again. Yeah, that was
Fought the
that was,
evil.
that was good, man. Fucking Fast and Furious 9. Fuck
Yes, sir.
them. Fuck the franchise. And, yeah.
Gentlemen,
Peace.
have a good evening.
One love,
Peace.
5 boroughs.
Brooklyn, stand up.
All the boroughs.
Right on. Peace.